Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In the lecture of class 12th, today I will start the new chapter, that is inverse trigonometric function. Inverse trigonometric function. Trigonometric functions. Very easy chapter that is relevant to your trigonometry chapter that you all have studied in class 11th. Inverse trigonometry is not just like a trigonometry, it is relevant to that, but it is inverse of that trigonometry, and it is written as the function f having the inverse with f inverse, which is 1 1 and on 2. What is 1 1 and what is on 2? When there is for different element, the different element has different images, then it is said to be 1 1, which I will explain in class chapter relation and function. On 2, when all the elements of set B have the pre-images, that is called the on 2 function. I will explain thoroughly in chapter relation and function. On 2 and 1 1. It is known as bijective function. The inverse exists only in that case. If f is any function, f inverse exists only in that case if it is 1 1 and on 2. Then we can say that it is an invertible function. But what is inverse trigonometric function? Inverse trigonometric function has 6 function as a trigonometry. We have function sine inverse x, cos inverse x, tan inverse x, yes. Now cosecant inverse x, secant inverse x and cot inverse x, same as like trigonometry, but it is the sign of the inverse function. The sign inverse does not means 1 upon sine, not equals to 1 upon sine. It is a different function. It exists individually, not related to 1 upon sine x. Okay, so today I will do the domain and range of these functions and the graph of these functions, and after that I will tell you how to find the principal values of the given function. Okay, now come to the function, their domain and range. We have functions, 6 functions: sine inverse, cos inverse, tan inverse, and their functions have definitely, if inverse trigonometry, in trigonometry all the trigonometric function have their domain and range, same as trigonometry we have in inverse, we have domain and range. Function, domain and range, domain and range. The range is also known as principal value branch. Principal value branch. Okay, so this is principal value branch. This is also known as principal value branch. First is function, second is domain and their range. Come to the first function. When y is equals to sine inverse x, the domain is -1 to 1. Okay, -1 to 1, and the range is -π/2 to π/2 in the closed interval. Okay, come to the second function. When y is equals to cos inverse x, the domain is same, but the range is 0 to pi. Right? The third function, that is cosecant, y is equals to cosecant inverse x. The domain is a set of all real number except -1 and 1, and the range is -π/2 to π/2 except one function, that is known as 0. You have to exclude this 0 from this interval. Okay, this is the range of cosecant. Now come to the secant function. Secant inverse x have domain are -1 to 1, and the range is -0 to π/2, 0 to pi, excluding π/2 from the interval. Okay, you have to take all the elements from 0 to pi except π/2. Now come to the fifth function, that is tan inverse x. tan inverse x have set of all real number and it is equals to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. It is an open interval. And sixth function, that is cot inverse x, that is set of all real number and open interval 0 to pi. So learn these domain and range. After learning this domain and range, we can at that when we learn these values, we can solve the questions of principal values and other questions also. So these are the basic things for the functions which are domain and range. The domain, for learning this concept is very easy. For only these two domain you have to, range you have to learn, and these two domain you have to learn. Other two, having set of all real number except these two, set of all real number both have same domain. These are both function sin and cos inverse have both domain, and tan and cot both have same domain. Okay, so these range are only these are repeated. In this we have to exclude 0. In this we have to exclude pi by 2, and this is in open interval and this is open interval. Okay, so this is the basics of inverse trigonometric function. Come to the graph. Graph is not in your syllabus, but we have to understand what is the graph, what is the meaning of the graph, how the graph is formed. So come to the graph of the inverse trigonometric function. That is how we can find out, the graph of trigonometric function is as a reflection mirror, as a mirror. Both have same. I will give the comparison of these two, how to compare sine and cos inverse graph. Like a graph of inverse trigonometry. Graph of inverse trigonometric functions. These are very easy functions. First of all, I will compare the first, when we have y is equals to sine x. So what is the graph? The graph is, here we have 0, then pi by 2, then pi, then 3 pi by 2, then 2 pi, then 5 pi by 2, right? Pi. Next, this is minus pi by 2, minus pi, minus 3 pi by 2, minus 2 pi. Leave as it is. So we have the graph of this function. This is minus 1, this is 1, and this is minus 1, right? So this 1 and 1, then minus 1, then so on. Here we have 1, then minus 1, and so on, if there is a 2 pi by. So this is the graph of y is equals to sine x. If I want to make y is equals to sine inverse x, the value will change. The axis, y is converted into x and x is converted into y. So we have 0, pi by 2, pi, 2 pi by 3 pi by 2, then 2 pi. Here we have minus pi by 2, minus pi, 3 pi by 2 in a negative form, and 2 pi. Okay, this is minus 1 and this is 1. So how we can make the graph? This 1, passing through pi by 2, then so on. Okay, this is pi. So this is the graph, but the axes are changed. But the question, the inverse function is how the inverse function is the mirror image of this one. Draw both. It is a mirror image by using y is equals to x line. Okay, mirror image how? When we have this pi by 2, this is 0, this is pi by 2, negative, pi by 2, positive. Pi by 2, negative, this is pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi, here we have pi, negative pi, 3 pi by 2 in a negative form, 2 pi negative. Here pi by 2, then pi, 2 pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. Okay, here we have pi negative, this is negative, negative 3 pi by 2, this is negative 2 pi. So make a diagram, this one. Okay, and here we have okay, when I draw the line y is equals to x, so yes, this line give the mirror image of each other. When I make these two functions on the same graph, so this line give the mirror image of one another. Okay, so this is the mirror image. Now come to the second graph, y is equals to, now come to the second graph, that is y is equals to sine x. We have the second one. I will make the small diagrams for the comparison. First is the y is equals to cos x. Cos x. The graph is, this is 0, this is pi by 2, this is pi, this is 3 pi by 2, and this is 2 pi. Take it as minus pi by 2, this is pi, negative pi, minus 3 pi by 2, and this is 2 pi. So here we have 2 pi negative, minus 1, only 1, and minus 1, right? So in this interval we have to take the values. This is 1, then so on. 1, then so on. So cos in y, if y is equals to cos inverse x, so we have the value on the y-axis like this. Like this. Pi by 2, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi by 2, and 2 pi. Here negative pi by 2, pi, negative 3 pi by 2, then 2 pi, negative. So how we can form? There is not 0, this is a minus 1, 1, and this is minus 1. So this is the way. This is the way. Okay, so this is the cos and the cos inverse. Now come to the tan. Okay, come to the secant. First of all, secant. Y is equals to cosecant inverse x. If cosecant x is there, so we have some interval like this. This is the line of pi. This is pi by 2. This is pi. Okay, 3 pi by 2, then 2 pi. Here we have negative pi by 2, pi, minus 3 pi by 2, then 2 pi. Okay, so if I want to draw a line like this on pi, so this is like this. This function is like this. This is cosecant. If I want to talk about the cosecant inverse x, the function is totally different. Same. Pi by 2, then pi. Here negative pi by 2 and negative pi. So I will draw the diagrams like this, and we have function. We have the function this and this. So these are axes which is interchanged. Similarly, you can draw the two diagrams, tan inverse and cosecant. Now come to the tan inverse. Okay, I will rub this first of all. We have two more, 3 and 3 6 tan, cot and cosecant. You can draw that y is equals to tan x. When we want to find the tan x, so we have 0 minus pi by 2 plus pi by 2 pi, then 3 pi by 2. And this we have a line like this, minus pi by 2, we have a line. It is an open interval, that's why we have to take this value. Okay, in the next interval 3 pi by 2 is there, we have to take like this. Okay, if we talk about tan inverse x, that is the graph which is again opposite to this one, that is 0 pi by 2, here we have minus pi by 2, minus pi, minus 3 pi by 2, here pi and 3 pi by 2. Okay, so how we can find on the pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2, there is a values. Here we have a negative pi by 2, then negative 3 pi by 2, so we have values like this. Negative pi by 2, this, like this. Okay, similarly we have this values, 3 pi by 2, negative, okay, 3, no need to draw diagram, here we have a, okay, so this is the way to make the graph. This is inverse function of this tan. Similarly you can make other two diagrams. Now come to the principal value. This is actually not in your syllabus, but for your understanding I have explained these 4 diagrams. You can make also two other graphs of this one. Okay, see, similarly like this. Now come to the principal value. How we can find the principal values? Principal values. Principal values. How we can find the principal values? That is principal value branch. How we can find out? First question of your NCERT, that find the principal value of sine inverse negative 1 by 2. This is given to you, negative 1 by 2. How you can find the value? This question is very easy. How to solve the principal value? First of all, take the solution. Take y is equals to sine inverse minus 1 by 2. When you apply sine on both sides by using property, that is sine y, and this sine is cancelled with sine and we get sine minus 1 by 2. When you apply sine on both sides, at what values we have sine, at what function we have value of sine, that is 1 by 2, that is pi by 6. Okay, we want the values of this between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. We need the value from pi by 2 to pi by 2. So we have sine y is equals to sine negative pi by 6. This is, can we write this? Yes. Question says that, trigonometric function says that this can be written as minus sine x. If this can be written, so we can write this in the form of this. So I will apply this formula, that will equals to pi minus pi by 6. Yes, it belongs to this range, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So this is the principal value of that function. Okay, I will repeat again. Find the principal value, take the y, sine inverse minus 1 by 2. Apply the sine function. When you apply sine function, there is sine y, sine is cancelled from this one, we get minus 1 by 2. Okay, and check where it is 1 by 2 in a sine, in a trigonometric table. It is at a 30 degree, that pi by 6. Take this negative sign according to this trigonometric properties. Take this negative sign inside and check, is it lies between this? Yes, it is lies between this. This is a principal value. Okay, one question more. In case of cos, when we have a cos, so how we can find? Because cos is not able to go inside, because cos negative x is equal equals to cos x. So how we can find? We have question cos inverse, if we have cos inverse negative 1 by 2. So how we can find this solution? For finding, I will take again y, let y is equals to cos inverse negative 1 by 2. Okay. Taking cos inverse, cos on both sides, so this will cancel, 1 by 2 is there. Cos y is equals to minus cos at the value of 60 degree, that is pi by 3. But what will happen to this negative? After cancellation, this negative we can get the value of y. So how we can find? The values of minus cos x is equals to minus cos x. This is not applicable because it is equals to only positive x. So I will not take this negative inside. So you all know cos pi minus x is equals to minus cos x. Right? So we will do here the same function cos pi minus pi by 3. So after taking subtraction, we have 3 pi minus pi, that is cos 2 pi by 3. Now check cos 2 pi, 2 into 180 divided by 3. This value is 180. So 3, that's 120. 0 to pi. Is it right between 0 to pi? It's 120. Yes. 0 to 180. Yes, it is like y is equals to 2 pi by 3 lies between 0 to pi. So this is the principal value of cos inverse 1 by 2. So do these type of question of exercise 2.1 and make your practice more and more in on domain and range. Okay, thank you.